Hi, today we present you a rock group in Ottawa, from Ottawa. It's name of this group, Jon Dale, and this is bass guitarist of this group, Evgeny Mamichev. Hi, Evgeny.
Hi, Yuri. Thank you for inviting me for this interview. It's my pleasure to be here.
So I'm wondering what your name of the group is, Jon Dale. What does it mean? Who is Jon Dale?
Yeah, so Jon Dale started its existence in 2021, and we first didn't settle on any name, but then our leader, Matthew Career, came up with this name, Jon Dale, and initially it was just an ethereal image without a specific meaning, just a very simple sort of name, and then it transpired to be his alter ego that he sort of admitted to have.
Wow, that's an interesting story.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so while he was developing his music, his songs, he was thinking about sort of the band name, and then he eventually identified Jon Dale with his alter ego, his stage name.
Wow, interesting. So let's talk about these musicians in your group. Let's start from Katie. She's a very cool girl. She has fantastic voice. Can you tell me a little bit about her?
Yeah, Katie Schneier joined our project in September last year, and accidentally she replied to the ad when we were looking for a vocalist that was posted on one of the sites four years ago, and was still there. So she responded to it because she was new in Ottawa. She came from United States to study at Carleton University, and the first rehearsal that we had with her, we were just blown away by her voice. She's quite young. She's 19 years old, but she's extremely talented. She has this natural savant vocal that can be compared to Ella Fitzgerald, that can be compared to Norah Jones, but at the same time, she has a very strong jazz, blues, folk influences. So not only does she have a good voice, but she also has an ability to create melodic lines that will blow your mind, as you will probably note, on the spot. So she was writing.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
actually,
it's amazing.
Not many vocalists can do that, and not many vocalists.
She just takes a progression, right? So we'll give her space. She at the rehearsal setting, she takes a progression and she just starts singing, and as if she knew that song all along, as if she prepared, which she didn't. And that's how cool Katie is.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting, and let's listen some of her vocals right now. And now let's speak about the main vocalist and frontman of your group, Matthew. Can you tell me about what he is up to?
Yeah, so Matthew Career is a very talented musician. He's a very humble person. He's I'd say very private person as well. And you probably noticed that on stage he wears dark glasses often. He writes songs from the soul. So Matthew identifies himself as Jon Dale, and Matthew's stage name sort of transpires in his music. So it's always straightforward. It's always honest, direct. There's no sort of hidden agenda, and it rises with his soul. Matthew is a very talented piano player. He's also a music teacher. He plays all the instruments that you can imagine: drums, guitar, piano, bass, everything that you can think of. And he's a very successful piano teacher as well. And he's so good that he has academic training in grand piano.
And I guess the best representation of Matthew is his song right now. Let's listen to his song, and you can enjoy this music.
Will you
And okay, yeah, that's a great song. Actually, I like it very much. And Eugene, can you tell us about the drummer of your group?
Yeah,
Patrick.
There's another very
He's a very interesting person. I actually, when I met him, I was very much pleased to hear how different he is in his different representations and like how many talented he is.
Yeah, Patrick Marshall is our drummer in the band, but there's much more to Patrick that meets the eye. He's also very humble, very quiet, but he's very intelligent. He's not only he's a great drummer, he's also a very talented wood master, luthier. So he builds his own guitars, acoustic electric guitars, and you could probably seen one of his guitars that he played at the opening for Nogu Svilo show, and both that Matthew actually played. So he plays his own drums that he builds, and he's also a very known in his field psychotherapist. He has his own practice, and he specializes in family counseling, also addiction counseling. So he's in much demand. Wow. So he's a very, very nice person, very humble,
very talented.
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen his music as well. Okay, and now tell us about Nicholas. He was most humble. You describe everyone as a humble person, but in my opinion, he is the most humble.
Nicholas is another. Nicholas is actually Matthew's brother, so Jon Dale's brother. So Nicholas' career, he's an incredibly talented guitar player. His influences are so broad that I can't even begin to describe, anywhere from hardcore to the softest jazz you can imagine. And he's very agile on guitar. His melodic lines are just out of the world, in my opinion. Some people can think differently. So he's, again, able to write on the spot. His lines are so tasteful and so to the point where you could just listen to him alone. And then, the combination of all these influences creates the music that we play. But more about Nick is that he's also a music teacher, and he has his own students that he teaches. And not only he plays guitar, but he plays harmonica, he plays saxophone. He's also a helicopter pilot. And
wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah. He has a helicopter, and he's only mid-20s, I would imagine.
He's quite young.
Yeah, very young. And then also he's now looking at getting a motorcycle license, which is what I want to do too.
Okay, so now you can tell us about yourself.
About myself. Well, I play bass.
Humble,
talented person. I don't like talking about myself, but I mean, what can I say? I play bass in this band. I love this band's music. I love all the people that I work with. It's not even work. It's just my soul rests when I'm around these individuals. We click on well. Sometimes we fight. Sometimes we have arguments, but it's just normal dynamics, right? Difference in opinions. Yeah, but for in most situations, we're able to find sort of the common grounds and are able to move forward. I'm so inspired by this band that I have enough momentum and inspiration to organize most of the events for our music project. So we've had many shows now. Some of them were very successful. Like we've opened for Nogus Vilo. We've organized some big events at Mavericks Club. We had a number of successful shows at Irene's pub. We played at Rainbow Bistro in the market. We regularly play at the British pub and restaurant. We had a number of good shows at Avant-Garde Bar and so on. So
and you will be playing on our festival, Multicultural Ottawa Festival, on October 21st. Yeah, here's information under this video about this festival. Please come. You can meet this group and listen to them live.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your style? What is your kind of? Because I'm trying to understand, kind of to classify you, to get you. Is it jazz? Is it funk? Is it rock? Melodic rock? But I cannot really put you in any of those categories. In my opinion, it's something new. Kind of, I would say it's people music. How I define it.
Yeah.
But it's not folk. It's different. It's music for like modern Canadian people. Like this voice of the soul. If like you really sound this like problems and feelings of people. But what's your own opinion on that?
You're right, Yuri. It's difficult to define our style because it's sort of influenced by a number of genres such as jazz, such as country, folk music, bluegrass, funk music, rock music, soul music, all kinds of genres that have influences, and sometimes even hard rock and metal, especially in some of our tunes that you could probably identify those styles. And then it's really hard to define. So we wouldn't dare to compare ourselves with Queen. But in terms of dynamics and the style mixtures and genres, I think maybe the most varied and close in description would be that type of musical.
Very humble comparison.
Very humble comparison. I'm not comparing myself to Queen. I'm saying that it's in the realm of diversity of those genres, right? So, well, yeah, obviously we're not Queen, and we dare not to be.
But, who knows? Oh, you know, they started same as you.
Well, actually, Queen was funny.
From playing in pubs. And
Freddie came to one of those shows, and he met the guys, and then that's how it started, right? So by a chance. And again, like you said, it's a soul. When your soul is speaking and you let it speak, it chooses a certain way to speak and express itself. Right, and then we all write our parts, but the most our creative generator is Matthew, our Jon Dale, and he brings often the almost complete ideas that we all kind of sit down and arrange and maybe tweak a little bit. Or sometimes he just brings such a complete idea with words, with lyrics and all parts there that was like, okay, well, do you even need us, Matthew, in this band? It's like, oh yeah, of course I need you. But no.
Okay, and what is your favorite song from your last album that you are working right now?
Yeah, well,
what's your
there's a number of songs that I like. Well, it's
What's
really
your
hard to
favorite?
define. It's a tricky question, Yuri, but I'll try to answer. So one of my favorite songs is Black Magic. So it's a very driving song. It sort of has a lot of energy, and on the recording with Katie, you will hear there's beautiful harmonies there. I also like Stones. The Stones is a sort of scream, soul screaming about the need to be in the space of love and understanding and to be heard, but there are certain obstacles in the way, and that song kind of expresses the heights of the emotional states in a very intricate way. And again, the whole combination of genres. But then again, it comes out as it comes out. And again, in that song, you'll hear all those beautiful harmonies, and especially on the recording, because Katie was at that time able to share her talent and complement the band with her beautiful vocals. But some of the recordings that we've done recently from the concert that you were present at were without Katie, unfortunately.
Thank you, Eugen, for your sharing with us your thoughts, and thank you for listening our interview. And now, to compensate you for this talks, please listen the song that we were talking about. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.